Lizzy stood in front of the mirror, her towel wrapped loosely around her damp skin. The steam from her shower still clung to the bathroom tiles. She gently traced her fingers along the lines on her stomach. Stretch marks, soft flesh, the remains of motherhood. Her body, once tight and firm, had transformed. It carried the story of 3 children. It bore the evidence of sleepless nights, emergency room visits, laughter, lullabies, and pain. But no one told her how invisible she would feel afterward, especially to the man who once worshipped her. John used to call her his queen. His fingers used to glide over her waist like she was made of silk. But lately, his eyes avoided her like guilt. Conversations had become hollow, functional. The warmth was gone. One evening after dinner, Lizzy leaned against the kitchen counter as John scrolled through his phone. The children were upstairs, giggling over something silly on TV. She cleared her throat. "Do you still love me, John?" He glanced at her, startled. He set his phone down slowly. "I just miss the old you," he said. The words hit her like a slap. She didn't cry, not yet. She only nodded and walked away. In the bathroom, the tears came like a flood, quiet and heavy. She looked at her reflection again. Was this what she had become to him? A faded version of someone he used to love? She remembered the nights she woke every 2 hours to feed a crying baby while John slept peacefully beside her. She remembered skipping meals to make sure the kids ate well. She remembered hiding the pain of her C-section scar just to feel normal again. What had she done wrong? But somewhere, buried beneath the grief and the guilt, something stirred. It was small at first, a flicker of defiance. She sat down on the cool tile floor and whispered to herself, "You are not broken. You are beautiful. You are more now, not less." The next morning, Lizzy woke up early. She pulled out a journal and wrote for the first time in years. Thoughts spilled out, memories, feelings, questions. Later that week, she signed up for a local writing workshop. It felt strange to do something just for herself, but also thrilling. She began going for walks. She bought a green dress that hugged her new curves. She wore her natural curls out instead of tying them up. She laughed louder. She danced with the kids in the living room, and slowly, without realizing it, she started glowing. John noticed. One evening, she walked downstairs dressed for her poetry reading. The green dress shimmered under the hallway light. "You're going out?" he asked, sitting on the couch. "Yes," she replied, picking up her car keys. "You look different," he said, staring. Lizzy paused at the door. "I've remembered who I am." He stood, uncertain. "Can we talk? I miss us." She turned slowly, holding his gaze. "I gave you my body, my youth, my everything, and when my body changed, you saw it as a flaw. But this," she motioned to herself, "this is not damage. These lines are a history. They are proof that I survived, that I gave life. I deserved love through that, not distance." John swallowed hard. "I didn't mean to hurt you." "But you did," Lizzy said softly. "And I had to learn to love myself again, because you stopped." That night, Lizzy stood on a small stage at the community center. The room was warm and full. She read her poem, "What Remains," and her voice carried powerfully through the silence. "You touched my skin when it was smooth, but I earned every ridge, every groove. I softened, yes, but I also became strong. This body gave life, and what remains is enough." The applause echoed in her chest, filling a hollow space that had long ached for validation. When she returned home, John was waiting, sitting quietly in the living room. "You were amazing," he said. "Thank you," Lizzy replied. She didn't offer more. Later, she lay in bed alone, her children safe in their dreams, the house quiet, and for the first time in a long while, Lizzy didn't need anyone to hold her. She had held herself. She had found herself. And she had risen, without apology.